Tippy Toes, come on in. My name's Hannah and I'm the nursery manager and also the owner of Tippy Toes Stantonbury Nursery. So if you were coming to have a look around, we'd get you to come over here and we'd pop a visitor badge on you. We'd get you to sign in our visitors book and we would also get you to read through our safeguarding notice. Now follow me, I'm going to take you down to meet some of our staff team. So on here we have all our different staff that work within the nursery. We do have our permanent staff that work within our rooms, and then we also use our own bank relief staff who come in and cover our permanent staff when they're on holiday or off poorly. Now all our staff are qualified or they're working towards the qualification, and they do all have to undertake training that's relevant for their role. So that's safeguarding, to first aid, to food and hygiene, to learning and development, lots of areas within that as well. And then on this side we have our parent notice board. So whatever's going on around the nursery we pop up on our parent notice board for our parents to see. And then behind you here we have our menu board. So what will happen is when you come in and collect your child, you'll be able to have a look and see what they've eaten that day. Come on down this way. So a little bit about Tippy Toes. Tippy Toes used to be my grandparents' house and they used to farm from here, and it was amazing growing up as children, and this is how it used to look. So it's very different now. We have Oak Ridge Park surrounding us and we are kind of quite central in respect to that development. So there's 500 homes around us now, and there actually never used to be anything other than the fields. So what I'm going to do is show you around the whole nursery. We're going to start off with our crawling caterpillars room. So come on up this way. So we have all gates to different areas of the nursery. Just to make sure we close those behind us. And then our babies have the whole of the top floor to themselves. So we're going to go down to our crawling caterpillars room. They have their pegs along here. We asked our parents to bring in the clothes that are appropriate for the weather. And this is our crawling caterpillars room. So we take babies from 12 weeks old and they're in here around about till they're 14 months. We like them to be showing signs that they're up on their feet, cruising around and taking their first steps before they progress into the next room, which is little lambs. The ratio here is 1 adult to 3 babies, and we do separate it up as much as possible into different areas. So we have a kitchen, a home corner here, and then you see our different sensory toys out. We also have walkers because we want to get them up on their feet to help them walk around. If we have our younger babies in, then we will adapt the room and we will have our younger baby toys resources out as well. So we have our black and white resources out here, and then we have our quieter area over here with our light box too. So this room can have up to 6 babies. It is our smallest room. It's fantastic. When babies are starting in here, it's nice and small, and then when we progress into the other rooms, you'll see it does get slightly bigger. But yeah, it is a really nice room. They also have here a table where they have the meals, and then we also have high chairs that come out too for our younger ones. And then if you follow me in here we have our nappy changing area, and then we also have a milk area. So we do ask you to bring in and supply your own nappies. We have our own wipes, but if you have a preference to what ones you want your baby to have, then it's not a problem. And then we also ask you to provide formula and breast milk. And then as soon as anything's running low, we'll let you know. What happens in the mornings is you would drop off, give a handover of how your baby's been, and that will kind of mirror it in all the rooms in terms of handovers in the morning. And then when you come and collect, the key person, the person looking after your child, baby, will tell you how they've been that day. And in our baby rooms, you do get a handover sheet, and it tells you how much they've eaten, what bottles they've had, what they've been doing that day. And so, you know, if it wasn't you as mum collecting and it was dad, then when you got home, you'd be able to look at your day sheets and see what they've done for that day. Now, this room does look out onto our garden areas. We're really lucky. We have beautiful garden. And then I'm going to take you into our sleep room. So in here's our sleep room. It's not set up today, but you can get an idea of what it looks like. So the babies will have a key person in here that helps them get off to sleep. And then once they're asleep, we do our sleep checks every 5 to 10 minutes. And then we obviously have our monitor on as well. Come on down this way. So our crawling caterpillars children, when they're ready to be roughed over, we'll come into our little lounge room. It's slightly bigger. We have our table, our nappy changing unit in this area, our dressing up, and our home corner as well. And then they all come together to eat in this area. And then through here, we have an additional room. We can have up to 12, so if we want to do messy play activities in one area or the other, we can, and we can separate the room as well. And then we've got a quieter area over here, so you can sit down and read the books and have some quiet time when we do our singing as well. So we do split our rooms up into different areas of learning for the children, but they're able to transport different items to where they want to go. And then we have our family tree up here. We did also have one in the caterpillars actually. So each room has a family tree, and we take pictures of the babies, the children, with their families, and then that's something nice for them to be able to look at in the day when they are with us. So all of our rooms have pegs outside. We ask parents to bring in the clothes right for the weather. So we've got all-in-one raincoats, which are fantastic for when it's raining, and so our babies can go out and still have lots of fun in the garden. And then here we have our home exploring bags. So these are where our parents can take home our learning bags. We have different ones. So in here, this is a Dear Zoo one. So we have our book, and then we have the animals, and there's different activities for them to be able to do at home. And my parents do enjoy these. We try and change them as much as possible. I'm going to just pop that down here and I can pop it away later. Come on down this way. So all our older children are downstairs. They're the noisiest, so these babies get to have some peace. Come on through. So welcome to our Cheeky Monkeys room. So the babies upstairs stay in that room until they're 2, and then they progress into this room. The ratio does change, so upstairs in both baby rooms, one adult to 3 babies, and then in here it's 1 adult to 4 Cheeky Monkeys. So the room's set up in different areas again, so we've got the Small World construction area over here. Mark making chalkboard, and then we've got our art station over here. We do like to do lots of messy play activities in here, so we can put sand or water, shredded paper, anything like that. They love to get messy. But they have a quieter area as well, so this is where they come and read their books. So I've upstairs, they also do the singing, and then we have our home corner in here. So this room is a lot bigger than upstairs. We can have up to 18 children in here. And this area here is our Play-Doh station area. So we also have a nappy changing unit here. This room generally is a room where we find children will start showing interest in potty training. We do help and support parents with doing that. We do ask that you bring in your own potty, and then we will kind of get you to bring lots of changes of clothes and talk you through and how we're going to help support you do that at home alongside us. And then what I'm going to do is just show you the next room, which is our sensory room, but it also is accessible to all the other rooms. that the cheeky monkeys do come in here and they have a sleep after lunchtime. So it's a lovely quiet room. There, you know, like groups of children can come in here throughout the day to get some quiet time. We can make it very dark as well. All the different resources in here are sensory, and it's a lovely calming room for the children. They do really enjoy it in here. And then I'm just going to show you Cheeky Monkey's toilets, because they're not actually in our room. We do have separate toilets which are in here, and they are very small, which is perfect for toilet training because they're the perfect height. And then the sinks as well, which are here. So we take the children as and when they need them, or if they're toilet training, then we will prompt them and remind them and get them to come to the toilet with us. Right, now this is our preschool room. So this room, they come across from Cheeky Monkeys at 3. We call it our Roaring Lions room. Come on in. And this is the room where we're getting them ready for school. So they're in here until they go to school. So we do have our different areas as well. So we have our mark making station over here. In all the cupboards we have lots of different resources, junk modelling, so they can come over. It's all very self-select, as in the other rooms as well, so they can just go over to that area and choose what they want to do and get it out themselves. We have our home corner. In this room, their particular interest is the home corner, so we try to extend that further by doing a little hairdressing station too. And then we have a lovely home corner for them as well, which they absolutely love. We will use real food in our home corners, not at the moment, but what we tend to do is any fruit or vegetables that are kind of getting to their past state of eating, we will put them within our home corners, and then children get a chance to actually have a go at cutting up real vegetables and fruit. Now over here is our Play-Doh station, and then they also have a quieter area over here, and this is our maths area, so it's all self-select. There's lots of loose parts here, and when I'm talking about loose parts, these corks are loose parts, these circle pieces of wood are loose parts, and these targets are loose parts. So these are all loose parts, so the children can use these if they wanted to put, if we were doing a maths activity and we asked them to find the corks and to put the correct amount in a pot, we would ask them to do that by using the loose parts. Now, if you come up this way, so our preschool room is our busiest room. We can have up to 26 children, and this is the lunch area and also construction area in Small World. So they will have their meal times in here, and then we do have our different areas that they can access as well. Our preschool room does have their own toilets. So we do like them to be able to go to school, you know, being confident at using the toilet, and as well understanding why it's important to wash their hands as well. In this room is a ratio of 1 adult key person to 8 children, so that ratio does go up a lot from next door, obviously the half. Now this room is free flow, so our preschool children can choose whether they want to play inside or outside. Come on through, and that's in the winter as well, we will keep it open. So they have this shelter area, which is their messy play art station area. So they can come in here, again it's all very self-select in what the children want to do, they choose and they can come out and get on with doing that. And then they have there are different areas to their garden too. So over here we've got a water potion station making area. We've got a Small World area over here. And then they've got the kitchen area over here. And then we've got all our loose parts. So these are bigger loose parts. So we like the children to use their imagination with all our loose parts. So for example, we could create a car, we could get a steering wheel here, we might even get some wheels for our car too, and then we could go out in the car for a drive. So the children are fantastic with their imaginations with using all of these parts. Follow me this way. Right, I'm going to take you out into our main garden areas now. We are going to have to go back down through the main door. Right, come on out into our garden area. So out here we have a lovely soft matting like you would get at the playground area. So we've got our over 2s climbing frame. So it is really challenging for them, but they absolutely love it. It's got lots of different parts to it. And then we've got our bikes and trikes over here as well. They can take the bikes all through the garden, but they do like to ride them down here. And then if you follow me up here, I'm going to go straight to our baby garden. The babies can access all different areas, but it's nice to have their own area as well. So in here we have it all set out. We have our trucks out, and we have our musical instruments. I have a few loose parts as well. I have some stepping stones along here as well. And then over here we have our bug area. And then we have a nice swing too. We have some of our cars and our babies. They love babies at the moment. And then we also have our farm animals and some straw here. We've got this for the babies to put the balls down and to watch them roll down. They quite enjoy that. And then we also have an outside shelter for our babies. So no matter what the weather is, they can be outside. Even if they wanted to have a nap out here, they could. So we have the quieter area over here. We have sensory pictures, our books, more sensory bits in our basket here. And then around here we also have a mark making area, so they can do their drawing out here and their painting as well. So like I said earlier, whatever we do inside, we do outside. And then down here, I'll show you our vegetable area. So this is down here. We have some strawberries in there, some rhubarb and some raspberries as well. Our rhubarb is about ready to be picked. And then over here we have our construction area, so the children can come in here and use the diggers. We filled our tyres up with hay, straw and also some sawdust. And then we have our weighing scales, so they can dress up as builders and they can come in here and pretend to be a builder. Again, we have lots of different loose parts around the garden for the children to be creative with. We've created a little path along here, obstacle course they have to go over as well. And then this is our sand house. Used to be Wendy House, but the children we found weren't really using it, so we created a sand house, and they absolutely love it in here. So they have a very big sand house. Right, let's show you in our woodland area. So up here we have our own woodland area. Come on in. So we have a sensory pathway along here. There's a nice seating area over here. We have our own campfire as well. And then we have a digging area in this big tyre here. So we've got our tree trunk stumps here so the children can walk along them. I won't do it all. And then again, more loose parts. We have our bug house. so we can bring our magnifying glasses and try and help with stuff. And then we have our mud kitchen area. And then we have our hut here, which we like to come and do story time in, we can do singing in, just to have a bit of a chill out time. Right. Got one more area to show you. So this is why we like to be outside as much as possible, because we are so lucky with the space that we have. And as well, a lot of it, as you can see, is shaded, which is great. Come on up this way. So this is another climbing frame area we have. This is better for our younger children. It's a lot smaller. Even our babies, you know, caterpillars can come in here. There's a mirror under here, so it's nice to set up books under there. We have a water wall along here. The children enjoy filling and pouring. And then under our tree, we have a nice quiet story hut so our children can come in here and have some quiet time looking at some books. We have a small wild area, so we can change it round and put out farm animals or safari animals. At the moment it's got dinosaurs in it. And then we do have our dressing up as well, so we can change that round. And then in here, this is our mark making shed, so we have access to paper, paint, pencils. We can do chalking, we can do sticking, we can do cutting. So like I say, whatever we do inside, we do outside. And no matter what the weather is, as long as the children are dressed appropriately, we're outside in the garden. Children absolutely love to be jumping in puddles and running around in the rain. So that is everything now. I've shown you all the inside and all the outside areas. So I can take you back through to the front door. So what we do for new parents is we give out an application pack, and in there it includes all our pricing, and then we ask you to fill the application form back, and then what happens is it goes onto our waiting list and we confirm positions 3 months prior to the starting date. So if you did want to join the nursery, what you would do next is request an application form. We'll send that to you, and then you would go on our waiting list, which is reviewed every other week, and then we'll be able to get back to you regarding our availability. All right, well, thank you very much. Bye.